Using large-scale vases doesn't have to be intimidating, whether you're designing inside of one or branching out.
And we're going to teach you how to do both today. I'm Helen Miller.
And I'm Derek Woodruff, and this is Syndicate Studios. Today we're working with the Lexington vase, which comes in two great sizes, nice and large in scale, so we can design inside of it, or like Helen and I are going to do today, design a large arrangement out of it.
Very large arrangement.
Very large arrangement. So as far as designing inside of the Lexington vase, I did an underwater arrangement. Now this is a great substitution for a cylinder vase to give it a little bit more detail. Now what I've done here is really simple. I've worked with some glitter stems, which all I've done is crinkled them up into smaller pieces like so. And then I would just drop it down into the vase. Then I would add a stem or two of orchids, which I've cut up to where the flower starts on the stem, add a couple more glitter stems, a couple of more orchids until the vase is full, and then I fill it up with water and it's done.
And the orchids get caught on the glitter stem, so it keeps them underwater.
Exactly, that's the mechanic that keeps everything in place.
Yeah, great idea.
So Helen, let's jump into the big project.
All right, well, do you want to start? We're gonna, we already added our stones in water, and do you want to give them the tip on the stones, Derek?
Yes, actually, with a vase like this on such a large scale, you never want to drop your river rocks right into the bottom of it. So the best thing to do is add a little bit of water and then make sure you tilt the vase and slide them down the side of it.
Plus it's a little less noisy too.
Quite less noisy.
And then we're going to add some beautiful branches, but before we do that, we need some interest down in the bottom of this vase.
I agree with you, yeah.
So what do you think about a beautiful hydrangea down in there?
That's a great idea.
Because when we're sitting at the table, again, people are going to be looking at this lower part as well, so we want some interest down at the bottom of the vase.
So I have this nice jumbo white hydrangea, and I've collared it with a fatsia leaf, and I'm just going to cut it short so it rests right on top of the water in the vase. So I'm just going to measure with the height of the table and cut it here. And since this is such a huge vase, work it into the neck here.
Just fits, doesn't it?
Good thing we didn't do more.
It doesn't need any more though. I think it's just really beautiful.
I would have to agree with you. Okay, so now that we have our hydrangea in place.
Now we're gonna add the drama. We're gonna add the beautiful branches. And honey, when you see this, don't be mad at me. I trimmed the beautiful dogwood tree out front. We've all done it, haven't we?
That's what we do. We're very resourceful.
Yeah, but look at how big you can get the spread on these branches in this vase. This arrangement could be used really well in a wedding reception, maybe at the entrance area. Also, hotel lobbies would be great. Definitely has the wow factor, doesn't it, Derek?
Oh yeah, it's a showpiece.
Yes, look at that. Oh, so pretty. All right, now we can take it a step further. And what we're gonna do, again, I'm gonna use just a regular florist wire with the stem wrap, and I cover those wires. And Derek, you're gonna help me with this. We are gonna add these luscious cymbidiums to all these branches and really make it beautiful. Looks like a pretty flowering tree, doesn't it?
Exactly.
And we're just gonna twist these wires on with the aqua tubes.
I like that you chose the brown tape for the wire so it just kind of blends right into the branch.
It blends in, it just goes away. You don't even have to hide it.
Nope, not at all. It's the best kind of mechanic, something you don't have to hide.
And because the cymbidiums last so long, this is something you can do in advance. Look at the drama, look how much show you get from this. So pretty. Okay, one more.
Helen, we talked a little bit about mechanics and mechanics that you don't have to hide. We did it with the glitter stems in the underwater arrangement, and we've done it by wrapping the wire with brown tape. Talk about the water tubes, the aqua picks.
You don't have to hide them. They look like little raindrops. And I also wanted to mention, how much product did we use? Hardly any.
Hardly any, yeah.
Hardly any. Look at the show we have here. It's amazing. This is one stem of Cymbidium orchid.
Which is like about this big.
Correct.
And we've made it into
huge.
This big.
Oh my gosh. And then one hydrangea. That's just one head.
That's pretty good.
So it is.
So what are we using these for exactly? What's the idea here?
I thought it would be kind of interesting, if you were using it for a wedding reception, to go ahead and tie these on the tree and you could put, we call it a wishing tree, which is really fun. So when you come into the reception, there would be some cards that sit on the desk, and all of the guests would write a little wish for the bride and groom, and then you can attach it with a pin onto each of the ribbons.
That's a nice idea.
And then they can take it off and read them later. It's really a fun idea.
Thank you so much, Helen, for sharing this amazing design.
It was my pleasure, Derek, and thanks for your help.
You're very welcome. To order your Lexington vases, contact your local wholesaler today.